the drug gets marketed and we call it as post-marketing. So once after the drug gets marketed, we also monitor the side effects of the drug, and that is called as phase 4 clinical trial. So phase 4 clinical trial is done after the drug is marketed. It is otherwise called as post-marketing surveillance trial. Okay, so why we do is it is done to clarify some safety and efficacy issue that remained after phase 3. So if there are any safety and efficacy issues, it is done to monitor the drug even after it passes through the clinical trial. Okay, so we monitor any drug like from the clinical trial phase and also in the post marketed phase. Okay, till the MAH or the sponsor has the patent for the drug, we have to monitor the side effects of the drug. Otherwise, we don't use the word side effects, we use the word adverse events or adverse reaction, which we will go over in depth now. Okay, so I hope you all understood about the clinical trial phases. Now let's see what are the products we cover in pharmacovigilance. So these are all the products we cover in pharmacovigilance. We assess medicines, okay, so and then vaccines, blood products. There are different types of blood products like whole blood, RBC, WBC, and all that, and then medical devices like pacemaker or any prosthesis and all that. And biologics means which is derived from a living being, like cells, tissue, like gene therapy, and monoclonal antibodies, like that. And herbals. So herbals means like few of the herbals are monitored by pharmacovigilance, but mostly the health supplement which we see out of the counter, those are not FDA approved, but few herbal medications are FDA approved, and those are also monitored by pharmacovigilance department. Okay, so now let's get into proper pharmacovigilance, which is the difference. What is adverse event and adverse drug reaction? So definitely you will be asked this question in your interview, and you will be assessed. They will not ask you to give the definition. You will be assessed based on your understanding. Do you really understand what is an adverse event and what is an adverse drug reaction? You should know what is the difference between these two. Okay, so these definitions here are taken from WHO ICHE2A guidance, which says like adverse event is nothing but any untoward medical occurrence that may represent during treatment with a pharmaceutical product, but which does not necessarily have a causal relationship with the treatment. Which means, so you are giving a drug to a patient, okay? He has taken a drug, say paracetamol, okay? So a patient has taken paracetamol, and 10 minutes after paracetamol, he was walking on a road and he was hit by a bicycle. So what could be this? Is it an adverse event or an adverse drug reaction?
It's an event, adverse event.
Yes, it is an adverse event. So which means it is an untoward medical occurrence that may present during the treatment. Okay, it could be anything, any untoward medical occurrence which occurred after the patient had taken the drug. Okay, and it does not necessarily have to have a causal relationship. Causal relationship means it may not be related to the drug. That event may not be related. Obviously, we know the patient took paracetamol and 10 minutes later he was walking on the road, but and he was hit by a bicycle. Okay, and he sustained he fell down and he sustained a fracture, like humerus fracture, say humerus fracture. Okay, so now you obviously know that this event is not related to your drug. This happened because of an accident, but just before the accident he had taken your drug. Okay, so this is called as an adverse event, which means it is not related, causally not related with the drug. Okay, but it is temporally related. Temporally related means the patient had taken the paracetamol and 10 minutes later he was hit by a bicycle, which means it is temporally related but not causally related. So this is adverse event. Okay, Say the next scenario, the same paracetamol. Okay, the